Hello. I really appreciate the opportunity to ask you this question. My name is Annie Chang, and I have a very unique position at IBM as the Vice President for Asian Leadership Initiative. The question that I would like to ask you is that we Asians are well-renowned in terms of our academic accomplishment in science and math and all that. And Professor Yao may not like what I have to say because, for example, at IBM, like in many major corporations, we have more than our demographic representation of scientists, distinguished engineers, fellows. However, we also know that the people who make decisions, including deciding on how much money research gets, are the ones wearing the blue suit in general management positions, not the scientists themselves. And I can also tell you within IBM, we can count on one hand, or maybe two or three hands, how many Asians are in key management positions, have broken through the executive rank, in general management. So my question to this distinguished panel is that, is there any recognition and focus on grooming more global leaders that are in general management, being groomed for general management, key executive positions, and more importantly, for those global leaders to really have the understanding and transcend culture and societies with the kind of appreciation and understanding to really appreciate the people and the practices within, so that in the world that is flat, we can really become truly global leaders.
Did you say world is flat?
The world is flat.
It is not flat.
Thank you very much for,
Actually, there are some publications in China saying the world is 崎岖不平. Now, any answers here?
So pertaining to Chinese education, an interesting phenomenon is developing in the top universities. I met with a new dean of business at Tsinghua University, and he told me proudly that 2 years ago, all the top 状元, the top scoring students, were choosing School of Engineering, more particularly in my area, in the information and technology. But as of this year, his school has the largest number of 状元. He said he has 30. So that's a phenomenal number. I think in China, there is a shift going on. People are aspiring more to be an entrepreneur and a successful business person, starting in the last few years, as they saw the success of some of the phenomenal IPOs. That's not to say this trend following is the right or wrong thing, but I think there is a trend moving away from technology and engineering and into business and entrepreneurship. So to the extent that Tsinghua and other schools provide the right kind of training, I think what you are hoping to see will probably emerge.
Can I say a few words? Yeah, I think you said the word is flat. I think the word is flattening. It's not flat, it's flattening, but it does have ceilings. On the question of Asian, in particular Chinese, in leadership positions in different countries, including North America, I think in North American university, you have, for example, Henry Yang, who is Chancellor of UCSB and one of the leading research universities in North America. But of course, we want to see more Henry Yangs. Now, I think for that to happen, I think our students will have to go beyond science and technology. I think the emphasis for many Asian parents and for many Chinese parents in particular is getting your children to go into science and technology. But for leadership position, you will need a broader education, for example, liberal arts and humanities. And those also help you develop the social skills, the networking skills. You also have to understand the cultural, there's a cultural context in America. There is culture, there is societal relationships and values and so forth. And I think that's where an education in liberal arts, education in humanities will help young people with science and technology training to go into leadership positions. So I think studying science and technology alone will not help put you into leadership position. Of course, in some rare cases, it could well be the case. But I think in general, if you look at the leadership, people in senior leadership in North America, in corporate America, many of them have gone through fairly broad-based education. So I think this is, if there's a take-home lesson, this is what we've got to learn. And so do encourage our younger people to go beyond science and technology. Not that science and technology is not good enough. It is a good base, but you've got to build upon that base and go into the humanities and other social sciences.
Okay, Professor Yao, you have.
Yeah, I want to say a few words. It's true that I think it's extremely important for the university to produce top talent to serve the society, to be manager, to be administrators and all that. But on the other hand, we always heard in China that a great university should have great masters. A master has deep thinking, and we cannot say we encourage the reward a professor to be a master by rewarding them to be administrator, to be a leader in the society per se. We look at the old classical, masters that appear in Tsinghua University or in Peking University, like Wang Guowei or Chen Yinzhe and all this. They actually have no education, no degree and all that, but they led the thinking for history, for philosophy for a long time, and they were able to think deeply. A university should provide such an environment for a great thinker, not just for producing manager for IBM or for Google or for all these business school or engineer school. So we should certainly realize that. Otherwise, the whole country has no soul, no philosophy to lead. This is something that we should always remember.
Thank you. Thank you. That would conclude our session. Thank you very much.